And welcome back to the Thomas and Brad Sports Broadcasting Television Show on Channel 19.
In today's segment, we will be discussing the topic on whether violence is encouraged in sports.
Wow, that is a really moving subject there.
Of course, yes.
So we have 4 different interviews with 4 different super athletes representing the 4 different sports that we will be interviewing the violence on.
Okay, so let's send it down to Thomas and Zach.
Alright, here, so I'm down here with Zach. So Zach, you play the sport of rugby.
Yes, I do.
And how long have you been playing rugby for?
Well, I've been playing since I was 12. I started in grade 8 with my high school, Kitsilano Blue Demons, and I've played ever since.
Awesome. And what levels or who have you played rugby with?
I've played with my high school. I've played for the Lomas in the start of my rugby career and the Ravens in the last year.
Yeah.
And I've played at a provincial level with Team Vancouver, and I also played with a touring team in Ireland.
That's awesome. And so let's get right to the question here. Do you think violence is encouraged in the sport of rugby?
Well, in rugby, the objective is to score the ball by using your body and passing the ball, or stopping the opposing team from scoring by tackling them.
Yeah.
So, yes, violence is encouraged, but we're taught how to do it in a safe manner.
Yeah.
Like the first thing you do when you join a club is you got taught how to tackle safely, and you get taught how to go down with the ball safely. So it's encouraged, but we're taught how to do it safely.
And as the levels of rugby go up higher, and as players progress, do you think more violence occurs throughout the sport?
Well, as I said, the objective is to tackle and to go through. So the violence is always steady, but it's just the aggressiveness and the safety of it.
Yeah.
So, in like high school rugby, there's a lot of inexperienced players who have never played the sport.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a slower paced game.
Yeah.
And then when you get into a club setting, it's a fast paced sort of game because there's a lot of good players on the field who elevate it up, but then there's also like people who are beginners. So that's where you probably see the most injuries.
Alright.
And as you get into the provincial and international level, you see aggressive plays.
Yeah.
But they've been playing rugby for a long time and they're quite good, so they know how to do it.
All right. And other than just hitting and all the contact in rugby, is there any other violence that can happen throughout the play?
So from what I've experienced, we're boys, we're men.
Yeah.
So we fight each other sometimes when there's when we see a dirty hit, or it's usually when there's something going on that's dirty. There's fights.
Yeah.
I've been in a couple of fights on the field.
Right.
It's not encouraged.
Oh.
You get sent off, and
Yeah.
if you get a red card, you have to go to like the rugby court.
Okay.
Same thing, sort of soccer.
Yeah.
So fighting like that is very much discouraged.
Okay.
But it happens.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you have it, folks. Thank you, Zach, for joining me.
Thank you for having me on today,
No
Thomas.
problem. Send it back to you guys. Oh, thanks, Thomas and Zach, for that really helpful and informative interview. It looks like we do have a much more clear understanding of the violence in rugby, don't we?
Mm-hmm. And next, we're going to be interviewing a basketball player with the name of Daquan Hoyabembe, and I believe Thomas is interviewing him as well.
Let's send it on right down to them. Hi there. So we're down here with
Daquan Hoyabembe.
say that again.
Daquan Hoyabembe.
All right, Daquan. So you play basketball, right?
Yeah.
How long have you been playing basketball for?
Whew, that's tough. I'd say probably since I was like 8 months I started playing.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
You can almost say you could have started playing when you were just a fetus. All right. So what level do you play, and who do you play with?
I play NCAA Division II with my man LeBron James.
All right. Now let's just get right to the chase here. Would you say that violence is encouraged in the sport of basketball?
I would say it's not encouraged at all. People get like coaches and like refs. If there's a altercation that leads to violence in basketball, it's very frowned upon. and they'll get very angry, and you'll probably get suspended, fined, depending on what level you play.
All right. So it's very like fought against. Like,
Yeah.
No one likes to see violence happen.
No one
Violence.
likes
It's just not a part of the sport.
It's not part of the sport. It's supposed
Exactly.
to be. There's not supposed to be any contact in
Yeah.
basketball at all. There is, obviously, but
But
that's not the way it's supposed to be.
exactly. Do you think that as players progress and they move up to higher levels of basketball, the sport of basketball, would you say there's more violence or?
I would say once you get to, I would say it peaks kind of in the middle at high school, because high school it's
Those are all the cocky guys.
yeah, all the cocky guys,
Yeah.
oh look at me, I'm on the high school team, I'm so
Yeah.
cool, but then as you move up, NCAA and then NBA, which I did play too, it's kind of more professional
Yeah.
and
They know what they're doing.
they know what they're doing. They're not here. They're not here to beef with anyone. They're here
Yeah.
to play the game.
Exactly. All right. Well, I think that's about it. Thank you very much. What was your name again?
Forgot.
All right. Well, thank you very much. We're gonna send it back to you guys.
Alright, thank you Thomas and Daquan Hoyabembe for that very insightful interview about basketball. We'll be interviewing the hockey player next. I believe his name is Henry Dikokovic.
Dikokovic, yeah.
Dikokovic.
All right. So we're gonna send it down to you guys right now.
Alright, hello. Today we have a hockey player here today. What's your name, sir?
Henry Dikokovic, eh?
Henry Dikokovic. Alright, so what level do you play for?
I play for the Chell.
Chell, okay. What's your team?
The San Francisco Whales.
Never heard of that team.
Yeah, we're a really low profile team,
Okay.
Definitely.
So, would you say that violence is encouraged in this sport of hockey?
Some aspects, yes. Yeah.
In what way?
Hitting, I'd say hitting's just a part of the game, but you get to the fighting aspect, and that can definitely be encouraged, I'd say.
Okay, let's talk about the hitting first. So,
Okay.
is the hitting is it encouraged to hit harder or?
I find, hitting, it's just a part of the game. You do it to gain puck possession, you do it to defend yourself, you just drop the shoulder, just, boom, level the guy. It's not really encouraged, I'd say, it's just a part of the game.
Okay, so you're not actually trying to hurt someone.
No, you're not trying, but you are trying to hit people.
Okay, but fighting on the other hand.
Fighting, that is definitely encouraged, yes.
It's encouraged, okay. So is it more of a part of the game, or is it what the fans want to see?
It's quite a bit of it's what the fans want to see, I'd say. When I ever get in a fight, because I was winning the fights, just the fans, it's what they want to see. They get such a good entertainment out of it, so it's definitely encouraged, but it's definitely definitely encouraged throughout the sport, big time.
Yeah.
Fans just love to see two guys drop the gloves, just pound the shit out of them.
Yeah, okay.
So.
Is there any way to resolve this violence, you say? Does it need to be resolved?
I would say there are a lot of head injuries, and the fighting probably does end up giving a lot of guys bad head injuries. So
Yeah.
I'd say if they could maybe lower the factor of fighting
Also?
throughout the game. Okay. Maybe lower the factor of the fighting, and maybe give the players a stern talking to, be like, hey, this is gonna have some serious consequences if you guys do get in a fight. So maybe stop the fighting a bit more. But the hitting's fine, I'd say. But definitely, if we could stop the fighting, that would be a good solution to that.
Okay. I think that's all the time we have here today. Thank you, Mr. Henry Dikokovic, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Back to you. And thank you very much, Brad and Henry Dikokovic.
Now we're going to be sending it down to the pitch where Brad is going to be interviewing a football prodigy. He goes by the name of
Yorgos Alexandros Steriotis.
There it is.
There it is.
Let's send it down onto you, Brad.
Alright, hello. So we're here today with international student all the way from Greece. He came here from the Balkan region all the way to Canada just to play soccer. What's your name, sir?
Yorgos Alexandros Steriotis, the third.
Okay. What level of soccer you play here?
I got to be honest, silver too.
Okay, silver too. So that's like middle of the road.
Nah, that's more like shit up the road, my friend.
Okay.
Okay?
So.
But I've been spotted by the Whitecaps.
Oh, really?
Yes. You know, it's a very good opportunity for me.
Yeah.
But you know, you got to walk before you can see. So, shut up, Bernd.
Okay. So, would you say that violence is encouraged in soccer?
No. Violence is very looked down upon in soccer.
Okay.
All the time.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, but is there any violence at all?
Yeah, not a lot. But I always get my goddamn toes stepped on every goddamn game. Okay? If I'm very mad, I always think my toenail is gonna fall off.
Okay.
And it hurts.
Okay. So.
Can you excuse me for 1 second? Fanny! Πού είναι το καφέ μου? Μ' ακούς, Flore? It's funny, he doesn't respond. I don't know, I think he's deaf or something.
Who?
Fanny, my friend Fanny. He's over there, but I can't see him right now.
Okay. Should we resume?
We shall.
Okay. So, the violence, you know, you're getting your toe stepped on, it's mostly accidental, right?
Most of the time, yes. You know, it's only freak accidents happen sometimes. A lot of times people fake it. You know, it's a classic soccer thing. People fake the freaking, what's it called, all the injuries and stuff. Like you tap them on the head and they're going like, my foot and shit like that.
Yeah, so it's a lot of just to get the penalty, right?
Yes. Sometimes, you know, the cleats are deadly weapons, okay? Sometimes the person can fall on the ground, their head is there, some guy goes, PAH! And they break their skull. But it's very rare.
Okay, so, what about, like, confrontation, like arguments?
Oh, arguments a lot. In the soccer, I have to say. Between the coaches, the refs, between the players a lot of the time.
Okay.
Shut up, Ben! This is last time.
Okay, so lots of arguments, lots of accidental injuries, lots of faking injuries,
Yes.
but you wouldn't say that it's like encouraged or it's
No.
purpose.
We very not like the violence in soccer.
Okay.
Because a lot of the soccer players are pussies. That's why.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But me, I'm strong. Strong like Greece.
Yes. Okay. So, is there any way to resolve these conflicts in the sport? Like,
I don't think that they're big enough to be resolved. I think they're just fine the way it is.
okay.
You know, it's very low profile. Profile? How would you say that in English?
Low profile.
Yes, low profile. I mean profile. Okay.
Okay. So I think that's all the time we have today. Thank you, Yorgos.
Alexandros Fteriotis.
Okay. Thank you. Send back to you guys.
Oh wow, thanks there, Brad. Thanks for interviewing that fellow Greek.
No problem. We really learned a lot this time on this segment, didn't we?
Yeah, those were really insightful interviews there. It truly feels like we do have a good grasp around how violence is really encouraged in sports nowadays. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Till next time.
Adios.
Oh.